Welcome to another HSExtra.com high school football video. I'm Joe Serrera, and I'm joined this week by Southeast Guilford head coach Earl Bates. Coach Bates, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Joe.
Your team bounced back from a loss to Dudley to win your last two games. You've got a little bit of momentum now. What have you learned about your team so far?
Well, we were finally, we were out for a while before that first game with Dudley. We hadn't, we had been down for the COVID protocol. And what we found out here, we're almost back to full strength. So we're able to play a lot better with having all our guys back in more practice time.
Mm-hmm. Your offense in the spring, when you had a good season, won the conference, was built around two outstanding senior running backs, Jalen Fairley, Darren McQuitty, and a senior quarterback with some experience in Zion Fleming. That's a lot of guys to replace on offense that were key parts. How have the new guys done? How have your younger players developed?
Those guys that came along well. Tyshawn Wall that came over from Northern Guilford has done a tremendous job stepping in there running back. We have a couple other guys that are coming on strong. Elijah Davis has really been coming on very strong in practice. And then at the quarterback position, we had a tough loss. We lost Ryan Stevens in that Dudley game for the year to a knee injury. That was a huge loss for us offensively. But Bryson Serrano has stepped in and he's managed the offense really well for us the last few games.
What does he bring to the table as a quarterback? What's his skill set like?
The thing that stands out to me, he's real steady. He commands the attention of the offense, and those are great qualities as a quarterback. He really pays attention to detail. He makes up for, some things with how smart he is. So I've been real impressed with those things. And he understands the concept of, hey, let's try not to turn the football over when there's a bad play. Let's just live for the next down.
Mm-hmm. Defensively, you have two key guys from last season back, two guys, one who was an all-area player and Alex McCallum, who does so much for your team and helps out on offense too, as well as Jordan Farmer. How have they led this defense, and who's kind of stepped up to help them and join them?
Alex is playing at a high level right now. He demands the opposing team's attention for sure up front. Mm-hmm. And then, with Jordan Farmer and Cam Williams on the back end, Nick Caldwell, we got some really talented guys on the back end of our defense. So those guys have been doing a tremendous job as far as playing against opposing teams.
Mm-hmm. This week, you're going to face a Grimsley team that's won 13 straight, going back to the 4A West Regional Final in 2019. Your first game in the new conference, the Metro 4A. Southeast was in it a few realignments ago, but it's new for you. What do you see when you watch this World East team as you prepare for them?
They play with a lot of confidence. It's the thing that stands out to me, especially the quarterback. Mm-hmm. He's a guy that's very composed. He's thrown, 836 yards right now on the season.
Yeah, 12 touchdowns and no interceptions is the thing that jumps out, that he takes care of the ball.
Yeah, and that's a concern. He's able to avoid rush, and he's always looking to make plays downfield. So we've got to do a good job with him, trying to keep him in the pocket and not letting him escape. And then, the other guys, he's got great receivers on the outside. He's got some guys with some length. And then, the guys that they have in the slot make plays as well. So it's going to be a challenge for our defense. Up front, we've got to do a good job, again, keeping him contained. And then defensively, when I look at them defensively, it starts with 22. I know they're missing Travis Shaw, but, I saw that state championship game last year on TV, and the guy that stood out to me was 22, and he still stands out to me. He demands attention when you're playing against him, so we've got to do a good job with containing him.
You're talking about Tamori Thompson. Yeah, if he were a couple of inches taller, I think he would have even more scholarship offers than he does at this point. He lived in the Cardinal Gibbons backfield in that state championship game last year. He's just got great get off on the line, and he's relentless in pursuit. So yeah, definitely a guy that any offensive line is going to have to account for. What do your Falcons need to do to come out of there with a win on Friday night?
You know, the key for us is to move the chains offensively. You know, the best defense against a team like that is to get first downs offensively. If we can move the chains and kind of control the clock a little bit, and then when we have opportunities to score, we've got to score. We've got to put some points on the board. We can't rely on our defense all night. You know, if they're on the field a lot, I think that wears on the defense, especially as talented as they are offensively with the quarterback. So for us, being able to get out to a great start will help us tremendously.
How important are special teams going to be? I know you've got a good leg there in Aiden Bondy, and Grimsley had a few mistakes in special teams last week at Pinecrest. Do you think that's an area where you guys might be able to steal some yards or even some points?
Yeah, you know, Bondy is a great weapon. You know, sometimes, you know, especially in punts, he's able to boom him, and the key to that is, you know, not out kicking the coverage, and our coverage team doing a great job getting downfield and staying in lanes. And, you know, we got to tackle in open field. So again, that is a weapon for us, and we got to do a tremendous job covering.
Well, Coach, thank you for taking the time to talk to us this week. We wish you luck on Friday night and luck going forward in the season.
All right, thank you, Joe.